Well, I've already had a whirlwind of a day and it's still only 10 to 12. It's Boxing Day. My grandson is home from university for Christmas, and as well as my grandson, my daughter's also got two other daughters. She's also got a step daughter as well. So the house is a really crowded at the minute and the kids have started arguing. So to get a bit of peace and quiet, she decided that my grandson was going to come and sleep here. Then they can all sort of like have separate bedrooms. But the problem is that in my house, this is the middle bedroom that I'm in, and nobody was using the bed, so I got rid of the bed, and it's now a bit of a craft room. So his options for sleeping is the settee, or in the box room, I've got a midi cabin bed, which is just over 4 foot, and my grandson is well over 5 foot something, so it just isn't going to fit. So my daughter went out on Christmas Eve with the intention of buying a blow-up air mattress. Then she sent me a text to say that she'd forgotten the mattress and could I pick one up today. So we've got up at the crack of dawn. We've gone to our local shopping centre and we had to get up early because, as you know, sorry, I've got fluff or something in my eye. Boxing Day sales is on, so everything is going to be really busy. So at the last minute, my 12-year-old granddaughter decided she was going to come with us. So as I say, we've got up at the crack of dawn, we've gone to the shopping centre. She's trained me all over the shopping centre because she wanted to spend some Christmas money, and she's bought a concealer and 2 yum yums for a breakfast. I've managed to get the mattress from, oh gosh, I had visions of this maybe having some sort of a tube that you could blow into, but it's just a pump that you've got to use. So the only pump we've got is one for blowing up the tyres. My daughter says she can't find hers. So I live next door to my sister, and my brother-in-law apparently has got a pump, but he's gone to pub. So he's not going to come back till about 3 o'clock. So I've got to wait and see whether the pump is going to fit the mattress. And I don't want to take it out of the box in case we have to take it back. And then a few days before Christmas, I dropped a pen behind the bed in our bedroom. And as I pulled out sort of like the bed to get it, I noticed there was just a whole host of dust behind the bed. So I mentioned it to David. So we've just been over in the bedroom like two crazy people. We've had the bed out, we've had the chest of drawers out, he's been up the ladder cleaning the, well, hoovering the ceiling, and we've got like a picture rail. While he's been up the ladders, we've got like a goblin hoover. I've had this hoover actually on my shoulders while he's been up these ladders, and he's got these pair of pajamas on. He's got, it's the Family Man. Do you know the cartoon Family Man? The dad on these pajamas. It says #1 dad. There's some old Father's Day pajamas. So that's my sort of like outlook as I've been watching him do the cleaning. So now I am absolutely knackered. Last night, it was about 11:30 and I was in bed. And I couldn't drop off to sleep. My mind, I don't know, I was contemplating life and all that good stuff. But we've got shutters in the bedroom, and just round this sort of like edging, you've got a very tiny gap all the way around. And I'm laid there in bed, and all of a sudden I thought, I'm sure I can see flashing lights. So I went to have a nosy at a bedroom window, and I looked down the street. It looked like Blackpool illuminations. Coppers were absolutely everywhere. There were about 4 police cars, and it looked like maybe 2 vans. And it looked like they were in one of neighbours' houses further down the street. So God knows what's gone off, but yeah, one of the neighbours has been up to something by the looks of it, because nearly half a police force must have been down our street last night. So anyway, today, hopefully, for the next few hours, I want to just crack on with my crocheted waistcoat. So I've got the length done on the back, and I've just got one of the side bits done. So I've now just got to do this other side bit. Then it's going to have ribbing all the way around the front and round the bottom. I also want to put some pockets in. I don't think I've got enough wool to do everything I want, so that means I have got to have a trip to Home Bargains. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. So a trip to Home Bargains is also going to be on the cards. Hopefully I'll be able to pop in tomorrow and pick that up. So I'm now going to go and finish, crack on with this, and then I've got to wait for my brother-in-law to come home to see if his air pump fits my mattress. So I'll catch up with you in a bit. And I should have said right at the beginning, I'm so sorry. I hope you all had a really lovely Christmas and it wasn't too chaotic. And you didn't, you know, go overboard with the food, because we ended up having a curry for our Christmas dinner. Yeah. And by the time we'd eaten it, we were absolutely stuffed. But it was really nice. So that was an absolute total disaster. It's not the right pump that my brother-in-law has got. And I'd opened the box to the side where the valve was. So before I took the bed out of the box, I went back round to my brother-in-law's for him to check to see if it had fit. And he's ended up taking the whole bloody bed out of the box. So I've tried to get it back in. It's not, never, things just never go back in the box to the right way. So I don't even know now whether they will refund it because it's been out of the box. So anyway, looks like my grandson is sleeping on the settee tonight, but yeah, I don't think he'll suffer too much. So I'm now going to calm myself down by carrying on with my crochet, and I've got a nice piece of cheesecake for after my tea. I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.